It is quite a week in the world. What's happening in Ukraine is crazy. A lot of people, including myself, would not have thought that this would have happened, but guess what? Stuff happens, we make plans, events change, and I certainly want to point out that it's a time to count your blessings, take a couple times a day to think about what you're grateful for, and think about what you have that other people don't have and that you in your daily life take for granted. I did a podcast with Deborah this week and a Q&A. I'd encourage you to listen to that. And something at the very end of that podcast really struck home with me. And actually, it was pretty emotional for me. And that was that in her British accent, Deborah said something that while my mother died when I was young, I was 18 when she died, she was British, and she would say this to me a lot. And I want to read it, what Deborah said. She said, "You've got to be accountable for your time. You can't sit moping around, and if you don't want to do it, you know what? That's fine. Don't do it, because there's people like me that do want to do it." Amen to that. And my mother would say a lot, don't be moping around, stiff upper lip, just get on with it. One of the things I notice a lot is mentees, not all, but a lot, complain about a whole lot of things. Take a look at high performance people and how often you see them complain. It's a rare occurrence. Stuff happens to all of us. The more time you spend complaining about that, you don't spend trying to fix that situation. We all encounter things that we didn't expect to. We all encounter things that didn't go our way. But you know what? Sitting around moping about it isn't going to fix that. Use your team. Use the knowledge that you have. The skill set around you is there. There was a statement I read this week that I may not know how, but I know the how is known. That's the reason you surround yourself with people who have answers, your team, your professionals, etc., etc. But complaining about the situation isn't going to help. Understand what it is, talk to somebody about it, and then come up with a solution. May not be one that works, then you try another solution. You're going to fail your way to success, as I've mentioned many times. But think about your blessings. Think about people in Ukraine right now and all the things we take for granted that have been within an instant taken away from many of them, from the utilities, from food, from safety, ultimately from life in many cases. So take a chance, think about what you want to accomplish, think about the tools that you have that you know work, and then also a couple times a day, as I mentioned, just write down what you're grateful for. That's a powerful lesson. So carry on. Remember that. You know how to do this. You may not choose to do it, but you can never say that you don't know how to do it, and that's powerful if coupled with action.